April 6, 1520. Raphael Santi died at the age of only 37 years. He was born in Urbino, a duchy ruled by the Montefeltro family. Like his date of birth, much of the history of his younger years is uncertain. He probably set his first step as an artist under the wings of his own father, but we cannot be sure of this. The story becomes more clear around 1500, when he comes to Perugia to work as an apprentice for Perugino. He is a master painter most famous for his frescoes in the Sistine Chapel. Here he learns how to make paint, frescoes and painting. In 1502, we find Raphael making cartoons for another master, Pinturicchio. These were used for frescoes in the Siena Cathedral. It is 1504 when Raphael arrives in Florence, where he becomes friends with Leonardo da Vinci. He starts a very successful bottega, producing religious paintings as if they come from a conveyor belt. He becomes nearly as famous as Michelangelo, the maker of David. That is why both artists are summoned to Rome in 1508 by Pope Julius II. Raphael is the Pope's choice for decorating the 4 new rooms he had built in the Vatican. Here he made a school of Athens, where Plato and Aristotle are amongst the other Greek thinkers. For this fresco he uses the faces of Da Vinci, architect Bramante and even Michelangelo. He himself is also present, be it in the corner. In other frescoes, Raphael includes the features of his patron Julius several times. We see him in the Mass of Bolsena, as is his daughter and one of his nephews. In the fresco of Heliodorus, he is literally carried into the painting. When Julius II dies, Raphael ensures that Leo X, the next pope, is also immortalized in fresco. Like Julius before him, Leo has his portrait made by Raphael. This masterpiece shows Leo and his cousin Giulio, the later Pope Clemens VII. He keeps working on the papal chambers, produces cartoons for his many assistants to use, while in 1513 he chooses to go work for a very rich banker called Chigi. For him he designs a chapel in the Santa Maria del Popolo, and he works on the decoration for the Chigi Villa. During this time, he is intimate with Margherita Luti, a baker's daughter. They are not married, and although this was frowned upon, Chigi wanted this villa decorated by the master so much, he even rents a house for the lady, some 50 meters away from the villa. Raphael was madly in love with her, and there are even signs in paintings that the two might have been secretly married. You should see the video on that subject. The link is in the description of this video. The villa Raphael decorated was later sold to the Farnese Pope, hence the name Villa Farnesina. In 1515 he was asked by Pope Leo to create cartoons for tapestries to be made for the Sistine Chapel. These cartoons were sent to Flanders, where they were woven. Some of those are still on display in the Pinacoteca of the Vatican Museum. The cartoons themselves were later sold to the King of England, and that is why they are on permanent display in the Victoria and Albert Museum in London. In his final years, he was commissioned by the King of France. He made 2 paintings, still to be admired in the Louvre. The last creation he got to work on was the Transfiguration, which was nearly finished when he was found dead in his workplace. He reportedly died of exhaustion after again a night together with his great love Margarita, but as are so many things about his life, this isn't certain at all. What we do know is that Rome was in deep mourning when the young superstar died. He was buried as if he was the greatest statesman. No greater honor could be given to someone than to be buried in the Pantheon. His epitaph reads, "Here lies that famous Raphael, by whom nature feared to be conquered while he lived, and when he was dying, feared herself to die."